For these particular instances, there's very little that can be done. You're talking about a whole city with, not enough police officers out there at any one time, especially on New Year's Eve.
Hills now works for Frontline Advisors, advocating for police officers around the tri-state. He says he couldn't remember a time in his nearly 35 years with Cincinnati police in which officers were told to take cover in their vehicles from celebratory gunfire being shot into the air.
I remember being in Winton Terrace, and there were so many shots fired that my partner and I declined to go back in for a radio call for service until the gunfire lessened.
Many of the firearms on the street are handguns, but Hill says more and more criminals are getting a hold of rifles.
Any firearm can be deadly, but when you're talking about somebody using a high-powered rifle, it becomes that much more likely that the results could become deadly.
Hill says one of his greatest concerns is for officer safety. He worries criminals could feel emboldened to turn their guns from the sky toward an officer who happens to be in the area. He thinks the only way to prevent dangerous issues like what happened New Year's is to get more officers on the streets.
It's a general law and order direction that we have to go, not like that we can do a task force on New Year's Eve. That's not realistic.
Now, Hills tells me that he believes the city needs to prioritize getting more officers on the street and that the courts need to give harsher punishments to folks with weapons violations to deter this type of crime from happening. Paula, back to you.
Thanks for checking out Local 12's YouTube channel. Click the links and hit subscribe so you can be notified anytime we post new stories.